Thank you, Mary. The Airport Authority operates YVR in a way to protect the environment and support our neighbors. Environmental excellence is really at the core of all that we do. We have a comprehensive environmental management plan with clear priorities. These are to reduce our emissions, reduce our energy consumption, reduce our waste, and reduce the effect of aircraft noise in the community. We work to continuously improve our environmental performance in all areas. So I'm going to touch on our 2010 environmental results and then highlight a few of our community initiatives. Our emission reduction initiatives have been very successful. In 2010, 16% of passengers and 16% of employees used Canada Line. So this eliminates a lot of vehicle trips, reducing our emissions and the traffic congestion that you'd see on roads and bridges. Green commuting by Airport Authority employees is up, meaning there's not just increased transit usage, but also increased carpooling and biking. In 2010, we expanded our support for Bike to Work Week by hosting a bike commuter station here at the airport. And this year, we're starting a 3-year project to improve cycling infrastructure here on Sea Island. So if you've got views about cycling to, from, or around the airport, you can provide your input on a survey that's available on our website right now. The number of low-emission taxis at the airport is up. Over half the taxi fleet is now made up of hybrid vehicles, and that's something that benefits not just the airport, but the whole region. Our overall fuel efficiency for the Airport Authority vehicle fleet is also up. We're using the tiny smart cars where we can, and when a larger vehicle is required, we're adopting hybrids. Last year, our energy use increased slightly given the additional Olympic-related baggage, screening, and lighting requirements, as well as an increase in airline gate power usage. We do have a number of energy reduction projects underway this year that we expect will reverse that trend. Moving to waste, the recycling is up. We have 37% of our terminal waste is kept out of the landfill through our recycling and composting programs, and that's a real credit to all of our passengers who pitch in. And construction waste recycling is even higher. In 2010, the Airport Authority reused or recycled 84% of our construction waste. And you can see in this photo here some of the 12 million kilograms of concrete from apron slab replacements or road demolition that was crushed and reused as aggregate here on the airport. Protecting water quality is an important focus given that we're on Sea Island here in the mouth of the Fraser River. Dawn mentioned the winter de-icing operations, and the centralized de-icing facility is designed so that we can collect and contain the glycol, the de-icing fluid, and that ensures that none of the glycol gets into the drainage system. In 2010, we collected and analyzed over 300 water quality samples, and only 3 instances did we exceed the glycol guideline, and in those there was just a minor exceedance. Environmental excellence is really part of everybody's business, and we encourage all the airport employees to do the right thing through different activities like our Environment Week celebrations, Clear Sky Awards for environmental achievement, our very own Airport Authority Green Team. So I want to really personally thank everyone who works here at YVR for helping to protect the environment. Our Environmental Advisory Committee deserves special credit as they provide input on all our environmental initiatives. So it's a broad-based group which includes citizens, all levels of government, industry, and environmental organizations. Turning to aircraft noise, that's another important issue that we work really hard to address. We're pleased to have the support of the Noise Management Committee in those efforts. Committee members represent people in Vancouver, Richmond, Delta, and this year we also added a citizen representative from Surrey. We have pilots, airlines, air traffic control, local and federal governments, and First Nations members of that committee. And I see a few members of the Noise Management Committee and the Environmental Advisory Committee here in the audience, so I do want to take this chance to thank you personally for all your work and commitment over the past year. One of the questions we received in advance of the meeting was related to aircraft noise and flights over Richmond. The Airport Authority has established a working group with NAV Canada, and that's the company that operates the air traffic control system, NAV Canada and Transport Canada, to identify any changes to procedures that would improve safety while reducing noise for aircraft operating in the YVR control zone. And so the group is considering input we've received from Richmond and others and working closely with the Noise Management Committee. Last month, we had the pleasure of announcing the winners of the YVR Fly Quiet Awards. The goal of these awards is to raise awareness on noise issues and encourage our airline partners to fly community-friendly. There's 3 different categories based on aircraft size. So the winner for the wide-body jet aircraft is Japan Airlines. US Airways took the prize for the narrow-body jets, and congratulations go to Pacific Coastal for winning in the propeller and the rotary wing category. We're very proud of all the pilots who fly quiet here at YVR. We're also working to reduce engine run-up noise. After aircraft maintenance, safety tests are mandatory, and that involves running the engines, sometimes at very high power. Since aircraft are flying during the day, the maintenance is done at night, so the engine run-up noise bothers some of our neighbors. And that's why the Airport Authority is building Canada's first ever ground run-up enclosure. As the animated rendering on the screen shows, the new enclosure is going to be located across from the South Terminal building, and it's very large. It's a 3-sided, open-roofed facility. It's about as tall as a 5-story building and about the size of a football field. The facility will be used by propeller aircraft that are being maintained on the south side of the airport. This enclosure will reduce the noise heard in communities near the airport by up to 50%, so that's a really great reduction in aircraft noise. The benefits, though, of the ground run-up enclosure extend beyond the noise reduction. Airline operators will also save fuel and time and reduce their greenhouse gas emissions because they have less distance to taxi to get to the engine testing area. And during winter operations, the enclosure can be used for glycol recovery and containment. So the construction's underway, and we're looking forward to opening the new facility in December of 2011. Vancouver Airport Authority serves the lower mainland and the province of British Columbia, and we're part of this community, and we want to stay connected to this community. We have a very popular schools program, and in 2010, over 2,000 Metro Vancouver grade 5 students from 50 different schools learned about our airport operations through our interactive guided tour. We also connect to the community through our community investment program. In 2010, we contributed over $500,000 directly to 56 different organizations, ranging from the Vancouver Adaptive Snow Sports to Fraser River Discovery Center. We launched our partnership with Quest Food Exchange, which is a local organization that rescues food that would otherwise go to waste and redistributes it to people in need. The Airport Authority contributed $100,000 to Quest, and several of our YVR retail, food and beverage tenants are now donating food directly to Quest Food Exchange. We also participate in community events like the Santa Claus Parade, the Stevens Parade in Richmond, and Marpole Days in Vancouver. Through these and other activities, the Airport Authority ensures that we operate YVR in a way that supports our community and protects the environment. With that, I'll turn it back over to Mary. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne. I'd now like to introduce the President and CEO of the Vancouver Airport Authority, Larry Berg.